Sundays are for lovers. Hey, I wonder what type of Sunday you're going to have. We continue to explore our love all in its honesty, courage, and complexity. Our guests this morning, Crosby, Jodwana, and Sean Nhlapo, a couple whose love story has captured national attention. From being crowned the cutest couple of 2025 at the Feather Awards to their traditional wedding that trended across social media, Crosby and Sean have found themselves at the center of conversations about love, culture, identity, and belonging in South Africa. And while their wedding was wildly celebrated, but it also sparked a backlash and public scrutiny. And through admiration and criticism alike, they have remained grounded in each other, choosing love, dignity, and joy. Crosby and Sean, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You guys are such a lovely aura, I must say.
Thank you.
It feels good. So my favorite question, thank you for that. My favorite question to ask couples: where did all of this begin? Where?
It's actually my favorite question too. This was way in 2014, where Crosby was working at an event, and I don't know if I should say fortunate enough, that was in the Val where I come from. And I was there just to check out one of our favorite artists, and it was nice. It was amazing. And then here's this guy coming to me, like giving me a praise on my sandals.
Gladiator sandals.
Yeah, it was Gladiators then, like the very old Gladiator sandals. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I got them at this particular store. You can go and get them and then go. What else do you want?
Yeah.
You know? And then he then disappeared, and then he continued to do his work. And then 2025, I think it was around about Jan, where he sent me a friend request on Facebook, followed by a DM to say, do you recognize this face? And I'm like, hey, let me go through your pictures and see. And I'm like, you, last year, Gladiators, it's you again. What do you want? You know, oh no, man, can I have your BBM pin? Can we talk? You know? And then I was in my relationship and he was in his own relationship. And I was like, I don't know what this guy wants, but okay, let's see. You understand? We started talking and like we couldn't meet. I'm in the Val, he's in the East Rand.
Ooh, yeah, that's wild. That's wild part,
you know?
Yeah.
And you're still living under your parents' roof.
Hey.
And you're thinking, I want to take a risk. I want to go to East Rand, and I don't even know where East Rand is and like the dynamics. But what's so interesting is the conversation, because we would talk and then just disappear on each other. And we continued to do that thing up until he decided that, okay, cool, I really want to meet you, right? And also I was in the right space to even meet him too. I was like, okay, I'm in Pretoria. Okay, I'm coming through. And then I think that's where we sealed the deal.
Wow.
And this is, this actually was the 17th of February 2015. And mind you,
sounds like someone's birthday. Sounds like it was on someone's birthday.
So his birthday is actually on the 20th of February. So hence we were saying offline that February is very busy month for us because the 14th of February is Valentine's Day. The 17th we are celebrating anniversary too, but a lot of people were saying that seeing that you guys are married now,
so
cancel that thing. You are 5 months.
That's how it works.
You celebrate 5 months anniversary. That's how it works apparently. But I said the other day that it's been 11 years of umjolo, 5 months of marriage. So that's how personally I'm going to count it.
Absolutely. Why not, guys? The more the merrier. More champagne.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly. So now the 20th was his birthday, which is like this past Friday was his birthday. So you can imagine how our Sunday is going to be.
Yeah. Ningamit. Ningamit.
So yeah, that's how actually we got to where we are 11 years later.
So, okay, so the 17th, we meet for the first time, but we also get married on the 17th of Feb. May I ask, was this intentional?
No, we didn't get married on the 17th.
We got married on the 27th of September.
Oh, okay, got you.
2 days before his birthday.
My
also.
birthday.
Your household is so festive. It is. So the birthdays and the anniversaries are so aligned. I'm absolutely obsessed.
I think
It was
it really made
strategic.
sense.
The wedding part was very strategic. I was like, no, there's too much happening on my birthday month. So let's consider him for once. So yeah.
That is so sweet. So we spent 11 years dating, and I want to know, obviously the average person, well, in a heterosexual relationship, like if 11 years we're dating, we're not getting married, Mara, in your case, talk to me about that. Do you think there were legal ramifications? Were there any limitations to that? Or was it just one of those where we're like, nah, we're okay? And we just decided to get married.
And do you know that in homosexuality, the currency, like 1 month is 1 year?
No, that's what I'm saying. I
practically
mean, like,
we're dating for 8 years.
my lesbian friends, they moved in after like 2 days.
exactly.
So that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
1 week engaged, the other week you're sharing clothes, and in a month's time you already know each other's family. 3 months later you done.
Sealed the deal.
Yeah.
So 11 years, yeah.
No, with us we had to be. One thing that people don't understand, and we were having a conversation with this friend of mine, and about a project we're working on, and she's like, no, but it mustn't be like everything is too perfect. It's not perfect. We are very intentional people. We, like he said, we had our own people when we met, and when those relationships ended, we intentionally, it's not like we didn't have any trials and tribulations in the relationship, but we spoke about it. I think the first 5 years was just us learning our independence individually, but growing together. And once that was done, and we started talking, let's sort out finances. Let's do this. What's your plan? We had to understand each other's different religions believe. We had to understand each other's moods and things like that. So once we hit like 9 years, then we started talking marriage. To say 10 years is a huge milestone. How are we doing this? And then that's when we said,
That's beautiful. That's and I feel like it's real. It's honest and it's real, because the years are not the same. Sometimes this one is up financially, the other is down,
That's
and
correct.
then it's the other way around, and then sometimes you guys are both down, and then sometimes you're both up. So it's not just, I guess, about you guys just getting married.
That's correct.
I think for me, I just wanted to, make sure that also what's happening in the law, because I think a lot of your love is also defined by what people with Gavin can get to say, and getting married now. I mean, usually a letter goes to a bride. Yes. So I don't want to ask the typical question, because I feel like it comes with a lot of negativity of who asked who, and I want to say who
there was
initiated.
No proposal, by the way.
There has not even been
A Shellaring. I still owe to Shella.
He hasn't shell it. There was no proposal.
It was just
Like
We
this,
come
that
together.
is why I say we sealed the deal.
I love that though.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that, the conversation, the initiating of it, just the whole process of you guys getting married.
That's a lovely question, actually. I like that question. So what happened is once I created the wedding WhatsApp group.
But the wedding WhatsApp group was created at some point.
Yeah, it was created a year ago. But we couldn't get married
2024.
because of somebody in the family had to get married, so we had to postpone.
Yeah.
And the 10 years just made sense.
Okay.
But yeah, when we decided on the date, we had family meetings separately. And then after that, we had a meeting together with our families where everyone was there, and our families were like, we've been supporting you, rooting for you all the way. We understand the kind of people you are, but you guys need to guide us on this one, because we don't know how it works, who's changing the surname, what happens here, da 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 da. So prior to that, we've been having conversations with a few married queer people.
Love it.
lesbian, trans, gay people just to find out, did you guys change surnames? What happened? What was the process? And after gathering all that information, we concluded, and considering that I'm also like a African spiritual person, we had to tread very carefully on certain things. So in our case, so this is just us. No, we don't say it applies to everyone. We felt like lobola is a process that actually moves you from one crowd, to call it, to the other, right? So in our case, we just introduced each other to our ancestors, and we had gifting equally done. There was no money per se, but we both bought gift equal amounts, and then they came to my house. We did their members, so went to their house. But there wasn't a lobola per se. It was just to pasha Msamo to say, we are now taking Lomfano Nhlapo Zubai Tambula like Kaya. He comes in this way. You know your son Crosby. Yeah.
That's genius, because now it's Thanksgiving.
Yes.
It's honoring both, to say we thank you for the love and protection over the years, but now let's officiate it. Let's introduce each other to that realm. And I think that it's beautiful, and it kind of reminds me that African culture didn't have these restrictions. There was no thing of no, it was just love and saying, guys, if there's love, there must be exchange of gifts.
Yes.
That was the standard. And then we added the English
and spice things up.
And then we spice these, and whereas the premise of Ilobola, the core of it, or the core of the marriages, was the Thanksgiving, to say, we thank you for your son, we thank you for your daughter, we thank you for your partners, we thank you for your child, that you were able to raise them to be a seed in our family, and be a child also in our family.
Yes. And it was not even big on money.
Like it is now, hey?
No, right now, I mean, the fact that that famous actor, they came out and someone leaked his lobola amount that he paid 70K, and I'm like, but guys, when did we get here, hey? Because there was no ATMs back then. So like, what are you talking about? So I can imagine how beautiful the ceremony was, because imagine both families feeling equally appreciated. And I feel like when I say, so I made a comment on, no, it was actually on TV. I made a comment on TV a few years ago. And I said there is no conglomerate of people that teach us about love besides the homosexual people. Like I just said, like people of the LGBT community are the only people that actually fully teach us about love. As a woman.
Stick to me, though.
Yeah, as a woman, the moment you think about a relationship or love, you think about where an indota must. You know what I mean? And a woman must. I must come and serve you or be submissive and all of that. There's been a set role given, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Love is not even discussed in that. And then with men, it's like men need to blah, 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 right? You guys don't have that. You guys have love.
Love, yeah.
That's it. No, what do you bring to the table? No, you don't get asked about what the table is and furniture and the chairs and the spoons. No, you just say love. And that's why I made that comment. I got a lot of backlash for it. But
and
you
still
guys
stand by it.
10 toes in
cool.
heels. That's the thing. What you just said now proved my point, because you guys are sitting here saying we did follow the culture. We did follow everything because love was at the core of it, What lessons can we learn from you as a couple that is in love, gay married couple, especially two heterosexual couples? Because I feel like our love is based on certain roles that were imposed on us. What can we learn about real, true love?
Do you want to take this?
Yeah. So I think what people can learn from our love or our relationship is purely the engagements that you guys have. So take the entitlement out, right? And say, I'm here, I need to learn from you and you need to learn from me so that we can be able to build this thing, right? So in a lot of interviews, I always highlight these Tuesday check-ins that we have, me and Wam, right?
Hey!
So it feels so good to say that.
Where are the candles?
So we do have this Tuesday check-ins. Can be formal, can be informal, could be on our way from work, driving home, it's just to check in. Like, how are you feeling? Where are you mentally, right? Do you still want to be in this whole thing that we are in? So I think communication is very key. And I always engage with people that we always say attending your therapy sessions, it's not for the white people only. But we need to attend therapy, you understand, as a married couple or as you guys are dating, because now you're building this little baby of yours and you want to take it somewhere. Engage with somebody who is well qualified in this space. So yeah, I think that's what people need to learn from us, and which is something that we've been doing very well from our side. So communicate, like express yourself and don't hide your feelings.
I feel like it's an ego fight. I must be honest. Like there's always like you want to communicate, but you feel like you're going to lose your ego. You're going to lose like the power in that, you know? And I think the beauty about this is that it teaches us to remove all of that. As our parting shot, when that whole social media Guamai saga took place, and a particular person, I don't want to mention names because then it gives them right of reply.
We don't even in all our interviews, we don't.
And also I don't want to give people rights of reply as well.
Certainly.
But that particular individual who condemned, you know, your wedding and your marriage and and said some really homophobic remarks, you know. But when you saw the Zulu people, which are, and for those who don't understand, the Zulus they're quite cultural, I must be honest. And sometimes I think the culture supersedes the freeness and openness of their thinking and beliefs on certain things. When that whole saga happened and you had the Zulu community, in fact, the largest, the most spoken language in South Africa, standing with you, what was that like?
Well, for me,
I want to also say for me, but go ahead.
for us, no, for me, it showed me that love exists. Because it was like a 360 turn. Although we're preview to some information of knowing that this was going to happen and you know, but it assured us that kusese nabazali out there who take their kids for what they are and support them, you know. You know, it was beautiful to watch, man. It just showed me that love does exist, and it's up to a person whether was humble in that situation or still become arrogant, but the answers were right in front of everyone that day to show that not here, not with our kids. You know? So yeah, for me it was just love.
I think also from my side that's where I got a you know, there's some people that are really supporting this, because now just because we got married on the 27th and just after we got married 28 29, like it was because we wanted to look like review and reflect on our wedding day. But now we're not doing that. We are busy watching all these things happening. It really gave us
sharing every article and
it gave me comfort to say we are protected. That's great.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, sitting on the sidelines, like watching all of it, it was such an important moment. It was an important moment to say, you know, what we read on social media is not what we think is happening.
True.
Our homes are safer, and culture now is being viewed for what it originally was. That it is love, it is respect at the basis of it. And if you do not love or respect anything, then you are not abiding by African culture. It was beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. That was one of my favorite moments. Like it was just like, okay, our world is healing, guys.
No, most definitely.
I think the world is healing. No, I'm looking forward to this year. You know, it's the year of the fire horse. So our love is on fire. Marriage is on fire. Our homes are on fire in a good way. What can we look forward to? Are there any projects you guys are working on, or just improving the love?
we have our hands in a lot of cookie jars currently. Yeah, but there's two big ones. Unfortunately, we cannot
Of course,
much about that. But what we're excited about, I think sometime in March we'll be launching our apparel wear.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Exclusively for the community.
My God.
So that's that. But the big one, when the time is right, we'll come here.
back here.
and let
We're
the
friends
people
now,
know.
so you guys don't have a choice. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today. You guys were an
Thank you.
absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
It was absolutely
I feel
fantastic.
like we could add another hour, but I know the
Yeah.
show is
Yeah,
at 9.
I really. But you know what? What's nice is that even
Yeah.
when you come back to speak about your apparel, like let's have the time
No,
to
definitely,
to
yeah.
unpack it
Yes.
all.
I think what's very important for people to do is just to follow us on our socials.
Period.
We do have a joint social media account, finally, Cross and Sean.
Oh, that is
social
so
media,
sweet.
so-
I'm gonna be giving that a follow. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. And to everyone who listened, we really appreciate the love. Thank you.
Amazing
Thank you.
stuff. We're gonna cross over to Pulengza, Tech Africa. What's going on?
How you can greet.
How are you?
Is that
No, Bella, we're thinking you're on the other side talking to other people.
I'm here.
Omuhle.
Ngiyabonga. Ngicela ngishade nami.
Wow.
You can be
Sizokufunela
our
wakho.
carrier. You can be our surrogate.
Yeah, okay. I don't think it's a Sunday conversation, but how much money you got?
Okay. That's
So
it.
we're gonna let me do a quick one. We're gonna start with the Okiru app, which is around compliance. So it's on our innovation conversation. And then the second hour on Tech for Good is amandla.mobi. So they help amplify voices of the injustices in society. In the second
Convenient.
hour, and then the last hour, it's Utri Umngani. I think you guys know that guy who's trending on TikTok, who mimics like what people think Zulu people think about. Like, you know, they always make scenarios. Probably they're thinking we're gonna shoot someone or something.
Yeah,
He's hilarious. So
Yeah.
he's coming to co-host with me in the last hour of the show, and then of course the rest is you'll find out.
amazing.
Please emphasize the expense of compliance, darling. Like running a business and doing compliance is
I mean, Ntsako Mhlanga, when I'm pechelete, win.
you know,
She's got money this one.
Okay, it's 9 a.m. Central African time. From me, Ntsako Mhlanga, it's been absolutely fantastic. Have a beautiful and blessed week ahead. And also, I will never publicly deny having money. Goodbye.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Top stories this hour. Migrant bodies wash ashore in Libya and UK MPs to probe trade envoys. With the news at 9 o'clock, I'm Matapala Mahape. Good morning. At least 5 bodies of migrants, including 2 women, have been found washed ashore in Qasr al-Kia, east of Tripoli in Libya. The local police reported that a child's body was seen but returned to the sea due to high waves. The bodies discovered on Hamid al-Shafir Shore were described as belonging to dark-skinned individuals. Authorities suspect more bodies may surface and have alerted the Red Crescent for recovery. Libya remains a critical route for migrants seeking to reach Europe amidst ongoing conflict. Recently, a tragic incident of Zuwara resulted in the death of or disappearance of 53 migrants. A UN report highlighted the severe risk migrants face in Libya, urging for a halt to their return until human rights are guaranteed. And the UN World Food Programme, WFP, is sounding the alarm that its food and nutrition assistance in Somalia is on the verge of collapse, putting approximately 4.4 million people at risk of worsening hunger. The situation is dire, with nearly 1 million people facing severe hunger due to poor rainfall, conflict and reduced funding. The WFP has already been forced to scale back its aid from 2.2 million people to just over 600,000, and it's warning that without the $95 million funding, it will have to halt operations by April. Onto this now, the regional director at Biogenesis Bago, Daniel Halou, says the global biotechnological company specializing in animal health is proud to assist South Africa in tackling the outbreak of foot and mouth disease. Minister of Agriculture John Steenhuisen has received South Africa's first major consignment of 1 million high-potency foot and mouth disease vaccines from Argentina at the OR Tambo International Airport. The vaccines from Biogenesis Bago will be used to vaccinate South Africa's 14 million plus national cattle herd. Halou says Biogenesis recognizes the urgency and is stepping in to support South Africa's effort.
First of all, let me say that we are very proud and happy to help South Africa in that crisis and to overcome this crisis that you will have. Biogenesis Bago is one of the leader and the number one manufacturing of FMD vaccine in the world. So we have a large history about attending emergencies all over the world. From Argentina, going through Latin America, arriving to Southeast Asia, and including Middle East and North of Africa.
And Sudan's paramilitary rapid support forces say they've captured the North Darfur town of Altina, driving out militias loyal to the government army. The 3-year civil war has resulted in hundreds of thousands of deaths. The BBC's David Bamford reports.
The fall of the Sudanese border town of Altina follows days of intense fighting in North Darfur involving the RSF, the Sudanese army and pro-army militias. The RSF shared a video of its fighters celebrating under a sign bearing the town's name. Altina straddles the border with Chad, and there are reports of skirmishes between RSF elements and Chadian forces stationed nearby. The area is mainly populated by non-Arab Zaghawa and Fur communities. A UN report published this week said the RSF targets these groups in a campaign that has the hallmarks of genocide.
And UK MPs on the Business and Trade Committee will meet on Tuesday to discuss launching an inquiry into the role of UK trade envoys following Andrew Martinberg's Windsor's arrest. The former prince was arrested by Thames Valley Police on Thursday on suspicion of misconduct in police office and released under investigation 11 hours later. Andrew held the role of the UK's trade envoy from 2001 to 2011, giving him privileged access to senior government and business contracts around the world. The cross-party committee will discuss options after allegations that Andrew shared confidential government files while he was in the role, but will avoid focusing on him while he is involved in a police investigation. A recap of your top story, at least 5 bodies of migrants, including 2 women, have been found on the shores of Kas al-Kia in Libya. A child's body was also reported but drifted back into the sea due to rough waves. Authorities are saying more bodies are expected to be discovered. For any news stories you'd like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +2711 714 4459. For Channel African News, I am Matapela Mahape.
SABC News. The African perspective. Coding, creating, transforming tech in Africa. Your Tech Pulse. Log on to www.channelafrica.co.za.
Good morning. It's a Sunday, a little bit overcast on the part of my world. I hope that yours is a bit more brighter, really just depending on what you feel like this morning, because I know some people that are planning to stay in for some time. They're like, hey man, keep it that way. The only thing though that I'm very specific about on a Sunday morning is that you keep it locked right here on Channel Africa, the African perspective. I am Huleng Mulabadzi. I'm with Kathy, I'm with Palisa, I'm with Chuchu, I'm with Kopano, And there's one more person. When we go to the break, I'm going to check who's on the other side of our streaming service. We also have a newsroom. I bumped into my fave of all time, Zolisa and Matapelo Mahape. I heard her on the airwaves delivering the news. So I think I did so well this morning. Yay! I know who's in the building. And Ntsako had so many people in the building. Oh, our trending couple of 2025. Met them in person. I think I was fanning out for some, like a second or so. And Nombuso was also with them. So thank you to everybody that was here, is still here, doing this with us until 12 midday. This is Tech Africa. We're all about the tech conversation that happens for 3 hours right here on this platform. Really, we appreciate the love, the support, and the opportunity, man, to broadcast. It can only be by divine intervention that we are still standing. So welcome to the show. Let's look at what is happening on your favorite show, your favorite tech show of all times. We're going to have we'll start with our top tech news in this hour, and Madibu Singh is also going to deliver the top tech news. I'm so glad that she's back and she's not even flaking out on us, because you know what, Sundays it's touch and go. Some people go out on Sunday mornings, they don't feel their best, but she's been here. I'm talking about our robots. Hey, talking about robots, did you see the robots in China doing the most breakdancing? Was incredible. Was scary and incredible. Have you ever been scared and impressed at the same time? Because that was me. I was scared and impressed at the same time, and I felt like, you know, if we really spend time with these robots, we're going to get so used to them that you will have one as your neighbor and you won't even notice that you've actually befriended a robot. That's how good they've become, right? They did. Yeah, no, that was incredible. So Madi was saying our robot in studio is going to give us our top tech news. Then the Okiru app is going to be featured on our innovation conversation, where we're looking at what they do.